vote on it. And it's something because of the way these taxing authorities are under the Constitution. It's not something you can just do by legislation, by and large. So that's why you have to go to the ballot. So we're going to be doing that to be able to give people relief. So there's a lot of irons in the fire there. But from a state perspective, we've done things right. Now, one of the things that we've done is support infrastructure development, support workforce programs, particularly for some of our more rural areas throughout the state. And we've done that for a number of different ways. We have our Job Growth Grant Fund, which we're going to talk about today, where we're able people can apply, they go through the Department of Commerce, and then we pick what projects would be the most valuable. A lot of times a county is putting up money or a city's putting up money to match, and then we kind of go in holding hands together and try to create something special. If it's an infrastructure project, same thing with workforce training. We also have the Rural Infrastructure Fund where we've supported infrastructure for rural communities, and we've done that very, very strongly. We've done other things with workforce, even apart from Job Growth Grant Fund. When I became governor in 2019, we said, okay, by 2030, we want to be number one in workforce education in the country because, it's like these colleges, like we have good colleges in this country. We have a lot of poor colleges that aren't worth the money they're charging. Now in Florida, as a state resident, we haven't allowed them to raise tuition since I've been governor. So we have the lowest in-state tuition in the country, $6,300 on average for a Florida resident. I mean, you can't beat that anywhere else. But, these private colleges, a lot of them charge a lot. A lot of them aren't necessarily delivering a lot of value. Like MIT, fine, they will. But there's colleges nobody's even heard of that charge $70,000 a year. It's like, that piece of paper is not magic. You're either learning things that are going to make a difference or you're just getting a piece of paper. And some of these students go deep into debt and they end up in jobs they could have had out of high school. So what good is that to go into debt for that? So we've said, we're going to continue with our universities. They've gotten even better. It's a great opportunity. It's a great pathway for a lot of people. We want to encourage people to do that. But workforce training, vocational training, huge opportunities for young people especially. And so we wanted to put an emphasis on that. And the result was we didn't do it in 2030. We did it in 2025 to be number one in workforce education. And so that's 5 years ahead of schedule that we were able to get that done. And that's making a huge difference in the lives of so many different people. So we're able to do a lot with this. And that kind of brings us here today because the commitment is ongoing. We know that these projects can make a big difference for the local economies, and we want to keep the momentum moving forward. So I'm happy to announce today that we're going to be parceling out more than $13 million through Florida's Job Growth Grant Fund. We are awarding $5 million to the Panama City Bay County Airport and Industrial District to construct an aircraft engine repair station and an engine testing facility at Northwest Florida Beaches International Airport. It's a really good airport. I mean, I really like it. And I know there's a lot more routes going into that airport than there was, however many years ago. And I think there's going to continue to be more, probably from most of the major cities, Midwest and the Northeast. You probably can get direct, or I know a lot of them you can get direct now. When they open up that golf thing north of the airport, people are going to come for that. You guys just be prepared. It's pretty incredible land. Those guys know what they're doing. And that's going to be a huge draw for people. And you're going to see like an assembly line of people flying down into that airport, driving 30 minutes up, be there for a couple, 2-3 days, and then fly back. And the routes, you're going to see a lot of traffic. So I don't know when that's opening, but I've seen enough about it to know it's going to be very successful. So what we're going to do at the airport is going to be a new 160,000 square foot facility. It'll include 120,000 square foot engine repair space and the remaining facility space will house the testing operations and is projected to create up to 400 new technician jobs in Bay County. So I'm excited for that. I know the people at the airport are very excited about it in the county. We're also awarding $6 million to the Gulf County Commission to support the construction of a self-docking float dry dock at shipyard through a set of mooring dolphins. So Eastern Shipbuilding has 125 jobs at the shipyard that will be retained as a part of this improvement, and the project is projected to create an additional 337 jobs. Additionally, we're awarding more than $2 million to the City of Port St. Joe to fund a two-phase road project that will allow the construction of 177 workforce homes. The project includes resurfacing an already existing road, along with constructing a new 1,300 linear foot connector road and the hardening of utilities underground to protect against potential hurricane winds. This project is projected to bring in 190 jobs to the communities. So these investments are targeting key industries like aviation and aerospace, as well as maritime, and we're making sure that we're able to fund critical infrastructure expansion that's going to continue to not only support the economy, but also the workforce. So today's awards bring the total amount awarded through our Job Growth Grant Fund since 2019 to more than $318 million. The program has facilitated the creation of 42,000 jobs and more than 32,000 new workforce education opportunities. And so this is exciting. All of these things have been very well thought out. They've been great proposals, and we're happy to have supported these through the year. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the check presentations, and then we'll hear from some of our other speakers. So first, we'll bring up Panama City Airport. Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, enjoy. You guys keep up the good work. City of Port St. Joe. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yep. Gulf County. Congratulations. Okay, now we'll hear from our Commerce Secretary, Alex Kelly.
Well, Governor, thank you so much, and thank you all for being here today. First, let me say, Governor, thank you for your leadership and your direction, your focus on these grants. Like you said, Florida turned its homework in early. We're #1 in workforce in the entire country, 5 years early, and that's because of a disciplined focus on building great talent pipelines, working with communities around the state, and really, like we're doing today too, working for the infrastructure that supports a welcoming environment for those great jobs as well. So, Governor, thank you so much. I want to give some thanks too to some of the key partners here in the room who, in terms of working with the communities here and really kind of developing the strategy behind these grants, so critical to thank folks like Becca Harden from the Bay County EDA, Jennifer Conley from Florida's Great Northwest, Parker McClellan from the airport, Jim McKnight. Jim, I saw you right there, and Richard Williams, I think you're somewhere. There you are in the back from Opportunity Florida, and there's so many others. The fine details of these really reflect your ideas and working with you to merge these ideas with the great strategy from the governor, from the state, and so really appreciate it. And I just want to illuminate just a little bit on some of those strategy points. Governor, you mentioned Florida's Great Northwest is really excelling in aerospace, aviation, maritime industries, defense industries, and a big part of that is a deliberate focus on the other details that make those industries work. Thinking about the investment here at the airport, it's about MRO, it's about engine systems, and working to support those aviation companies that now call Panama City and Bay County home. Thinking about the investment at the port in Port St. Joe, it's about dry dock repair. It's about supporting those shipbuilders and supporting the maintenance required to support the maritime industry. So it's really strategic investments. And then the third investment is really about getting the workforce to those great job sites. And so all of these are very strategic to really make sure that as we bring in great industry, bring in great jobs, support our citizens, we also have those key underpinnings that make sure that we can really keep those industries here for a long, long time. So again, Governor, thank you so much for your leadership in this regard, and really thanks so many of you for your partnership in developing these great grants. And again, just thank you for everybody being here today. Thank you.
All right, Mark Sheldon.
I want to echo the words. Thank you, Governor DeSantis, for your leadership and for always looking out for our community. You mentioned earlier it's Christmas in March, and we love Christmas in March. Throughout your years of service, you've proven how government can be an instrument and truly improve the lives of a community. I want to thank the team at IAG. I'm really excited for those folks. Florida's Great Northwest, Bay County EDA, Triumph Gulf Coast, and everyone who works at the Airport Authority for this hard work and dedication to bringing this project to our community, and for a win-win for IAG and the community as a whole. Today's grant solidifies that Panama City Beach and our airport are an economic engine for the region. We're just getting started to show you all of our true potential. This project brings $107 million into our community, over 500 high-paying engineering jobs, which is just a huge benefit to our region, as we all know. And again, with Governor DeSantis' leadership, the state of Florida and Bay County as a whole have become the economic development hub. We look forward to the continued relationship and the continued support, and we look forward to a great day in Florida. Thank you all.
Okay, Chairman of the Gulf County Commission, Sandy Quinn.
Thank you, Governor. On behalf of Gulf County, I want to sincerely thank Governor DeSantis for awarding these job growth grant funds to our community today. The investment is a game changer for our rural county. It represents opportunity for our workforce, for our young people, and for the families who want to build their future right here at home. These funds also will help support the creation of approximately 450 high-paying jobs, trade-based jobs for the county of our size, and the kind of job growth is transformational for Gulf County. We are especially excited about this because it helps move forward the floating dry dock project for Gulf County. There's a clear demand for these services in our region. Shipyards in Tampa and Mobile currently have backings of approximately 10 months. So the Port St. Joe shipyard will help fill that gap, supporting vessels, repair needs, strengthening Florida's maritime industry, and aligning with the growth projected in the Florida Commerce 2025 Target Industry Report. I also want to personally thank Secretary Kelly and the Florida Commerce team for their guidance and partnership throughout this grant process. Their support has been invaluable to our staff. And finally, a sincere thank you to the Eastern Shipbuilding Group who came to Port St. Joe. Brendan DeSernio, who is with us today, for choosing Gulf County and for partnering with us on the floating dry dock project. Your investment and confidence in our community and our team is sincerely appreciated. Today is about more than funding. It's about momentum. It's about building careers, strengthening our economy, and creating lasting opportunity in Gulf County. Thank you, Governor, once again.
All right. Well, I think these are really, really good projects. I think it's going to continue to make a difference, and we're proud of what we've been able to do, particularly in Northwest Florida. We've done well. No governor's done more than me for Northwest. I mean, that's not even a question. I mean, but but we had to, navigate the aftermath right when I came office of Hurricane Michael, and obviously we had COVID. Northwest Florida did very well during COVID because it was rational and people were attracted to the rationality, and a lot of people lived here, vacationed here like never before, and we were happy to help facilitate that as well. But from an economic base, we've been able to see the economic base expand. When you start talking about some of the industrial projects that have been undertaken, some that will continue to be, throughout this region, it's really promising, and it's really, really exciting, and it's a great place, obviously, from the scenery and everything, and great community. So I'm just happy to have been a part of it, and we'll continue to do. We obviously are going to be doing more awards over the course of the year, and I'm sure we'll find our way back to Northwest Florida for at least some of those. Okay, do we have any questions? Okay, God bless everybody. Great to be back in Bay County. You guys take care.